And here we go. Championship weekend is upon us. We've got our first game, which is a doozy. It's really going to be tough to pick and figure out. We've got the Los Angeles Rams going in to see Drew Brees and the Saints in the Mercedes-Benz Dome for the NFC Championship. The game is starting at around 12 PST, 3 o'clock EST. Let's kind of just get into it, see what happens. So the Rams away record this season is 6-2. The Saints home record this season is 6-2. The line opened as Saints 3.5-point favorites. That has been bet down to 3-point favorites. So they took early money on the Rams and moved it from 3.5 to 3. As far as the over-under on this game, it's 56 total points. That has been bet up to 56.5, so they took some money on the over early. To be honest with you, this is kind of a tough game to pick, just because the Saints, they've been historically great, especially at home, and you got Drew Brees, the Hall of Famer. But playing down the stretch of the season, they kind of slowed down a bit. Showed a few weaknesses, had some injuries and whatnot. So, and the Rams have been playing well. So we'll kind of see what happens here. But let's get into the weather. It's not non-factor. They're playing in a dome. And historically, back in 2016, also in 2018, the Saints have won at home against the Rams. So you got to think maybe they'll do it again. Or are the Rams sick and tired of this and they're about to come down and do them? Let's talk about where the Rams are ranked number 2 in total offense. In total defense, the Saints are ranked 14th, and then you have the Rams ranked 19th. Not a lot of difference in total, but let's break it down. So passing offense. So the Saints have the 12th ranked passing offense, and they're going against the Rams' 14th ranked defense against the pass. But here's where I think there's an advantage. The Rams have the number 5 passing offense, and granted they don't have Cooper Kupp, which I thought was a big loss, but the Saints have the 29th ranked passing defense. There's only 32 teams in the league, so that passing defense, if I'm the Rams, I'm chucking it down the field and I'm making those corners work. So I think there's the slight advantage for the Rams in the passing game. So let's talk about the rushing offense. And this right here is where I think the Saints have an advantage. The Saints are the number 6 rushing offense, and they're going to be going up against the 23rd ranked rushing defense in the Rams. So I think there's a big advantage there for the Saints. So if we flip it over and talk about the rushing offense for the Rams, they're ranked number 3. But rushing defense, Saints are ranked number 2, so I think they're pretty evenly matched there. So it's going to be a close game. It's going to be tough. Let's go into what the Sharps are thinking and what those numbers are, and see if we might be able to pick a team here. So as far as the Sharp report, against the spread, the Sharps are going with New Orleans -3. 53% of the bets, 57% of the money. That's a 4% sharp swing. So they are on the New Orleans Saints with the spread. As far as the total goes, they're going with the over. Over 56.5, 53% of the bets, 67% of the money. That's a 14% sharp swing. So the Sharps think it's going to be a shootout. Shootout. Rams passing offense against the terrible passing defense. Maybe they have an advantage. I don't know. Let's look at the ML. They are also on the Saints. As far as the money line, 46% of the bets, 54% of the money. That's an 8% sharp swing. So the Sharps are all over New Orleans in a shootout, going with the over. And one other thing. We when you talk about experience, obviously the Saints have Drew Brees and Sean Payton, so there's that experience. They've been here. They know what to do. They're at home, which, Mercedes-Benz Dome is a really tough place to play historically. Everything is in favor of the Saints. But for some reason, I feel like the Rams are playing well. They've got a young coach that, who knows, he might be like Doug Peterson last year, where he was just like, you know what, I'm going to attack the Patriots. I'm going to go for it on fourth down. He's just, he might just have big enough balls to go into the Saints' house and win. So that's what makes it tough for me. So I'll say this. As far as my picks, all the numbers and everything are saying Saints, and my head is probably saying Saints as well. I think Saints should win it. But my gut is saying just go with the Rams. And you know what? It might just be because I like seeing the LA team, but I'm split on this one. So it's a toss-up, guys. I'm just gonna say, if you're a numbers guy, go with the Saints. But if you're a magic guy, go with the Rams. That's just what it is. I know some people might say it's a cop-out, but that's how I feel. And that's the magic of betting. And do whatever you think is right. Win or lose, it's going to be a fun game. All right, Mac, out.